Common problem I have with communicating is the word and it is a word and it has a definition, which I looked up on Google, and it is the expression of a hesitation or a pause in speech. And you never actually say in a day-to-day conversation with your friends or family because you're too comfortable around them. The best example of the use of would be in presentations, lectures, speeches in front of crowds of people or a classroom. It's basically a hesitation on the account of the speaker that they're nervous or they've forgotten part of their speech. It can also just be a pause between the speaker's statements in order to transition to the next idea. Unfortunately, our brains more often than not feel the need to fill that short period of silence with something, and that's really annoying. If you've ever tried counting ums during a speech or presentation, you know how much people do it and how instinctive it is to them. Once you notice it do, you won't unnotice it. Even after starting to write this speech and going to my next class, I noticed every time the professor would say in between his statements. And it started driving me crazy, especially after being in English before then. Now, I probably shouldn't be saying much because a few years back, I wouldn't have been able to speak in front of a group of people, let alone not say while doing it. But I did join a group called DECA, and I was pretty much forced into one-on-one conversations with people I wasn't very familiar with, and that helped get rid of my speech anxiety very quickly. And from there, it seemed like the increasing size of groups helped me address my fear even more. I was able to get rid of shaking, sweating, and stuttering completely. Now, not even I have overcome the infamous but there's definitely ways to do it. And I think the best way is generally just to be conscientious while you're speaking and think about when you're taking a pause, not to say it. It's at this point, it's for most people, it's muscle memory, and the only way to stop it is to train your brain not to do it. Thank you and goodbye.